Hi. Do you say as I said or like I said? Do you know which is correct? As means the things we are comparing are the same. I might say as I said or as I thought or as I recall. I said something and I repeated it. Or I thought something and what I thought was the case or it was true. Or maybe I recalled something and the something is what I am about to tell you. As means the same. Like means similar to. It's not the same. It's just close to the same. She looks like her sister. She behaves like her brother. She acts like a baby. She's not her sister or brother or a baby, and she doesn't even look or act exactly like they do. She is simply like them in ways. Obviously, she's not going to behave in all ways like her sibling or a baby. But if she is a sister, you might use as when talking about her rather than like. For instance, as your older sister, I can tell you that you had chickenpox when you were young. I am the older sister in this instance. The older sister and I are the same person, so I would use as. How about this one? You sound like a carpenter. In that situation, the person is not a carpenter, or at least the person saying this doesn't know the other person is a carpenter. But if the person were a carpenter, he or she might say, as a carpenter, I would not build it like that. You sound like a carpenter, but as a carpenter, I would not build it that way. This person is a carpenter when he says as a carpenter. And if not, he might respond by saying, I'm not a carpenter, but like a carpenter, I can do this job. So you can see the difference in how to use these words. As is the same and like is similar to. Generally speaking, and as my examples have shown, if you're going to use a noun, pronoun, noun or pronoun, and a verb after the word like or as, you should use as, generally. As in, as I said, as I thought, as I remember, whatever. An example would be, I passed the exam, as did you, meaning we both passed. So it's the same and we use as. And we see we have a subject and a verb here. I passed the exam, you also passed the exam, as did you. We did the same thing. But notice, we said as a carpenter, as a sister, and didn't use a verb afterwards. So it won't necessarily be the case that a subject and verb will follow as. And in the same way, like can sometimes be used when you do have a subject and verb. The sentence would simply have a different meaning. I bake bread like she does. Here we have a subject and verb, she does. But we use like rather than as. That's because I bake bread in a similar manner to the way she does. Maybe I use the same ingredients. Maybe I use an iron skillet. Who knows? But somehow I do it like she does it. But I could say, I bake bread as does she. Now I'm saying we both bake bread. It has a totally different meaning. I don't bake bread like she does. I just bake bread as does she. I might not bake it in a similar way or anything at all like the other woman does. But the point is that I bake bread and she also bakes bread. We do exactly the same thing. We bake bread. So you basically just have to know what it is you're saying, and you can easily see the difference here. I finished that project like a boss. And as your boss, I can't let you goof off because I'm responsible. In the first one, I'm not a boss, but in the second one, I am. And again, you might sometime have an occasion to say, like your boss, I can't let you goof off. But in the first one, as your boss, you are the person's boss. While in the second one, like your boss, you aren't the boss and would simply be saying that just as the person's boss won't let him goof off, neither will you. Like is similar to, As is the same. Thanks for watching.